My neighbor called the cops on my music at 2 p.m., so I made her the neighborhood pariah. I work nights at a warehouse, so my schedule's flipped. I get home around 7 a.m., sleep until 3 p.m., then have a few hours before my next shift. One afternoon, I'm playing some music while cleaning my apartment. Not blasting it, just background noise. It's 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. 20 minutes later, there's a knock at my door. Two cops standing there looking annoyed. "We got a noise complaint," the older one says. "Can you turn it down?" I look at my phone. 2:20 p.m. I can barely hear my own music from outside. But sure, I turn it off completely. Apologize. And the cops leave shaking their heads. Then I see Linda peeking through her blinds with this smug little smile. That's when I realized Linda wasn't just complaining about noise. She was bored, and I was her entertainment. So I gave her something to really watch. First, I started documenting everything. Every time she called the cops on anyone in the neighborhood, I'd note it. Turns out, Linda was busy. She'd called on the family across the street for their kids playing basketball, on the college students next door for having friends over, on the elderly man for his TV being too loud. I started as a neighborhood group chat. Nothing dramatic, just, "Hey neighbors, want to stay connected?" Most people joined, except Linda, obviously. Then I started sharing in the chat. "Heads up everyone, got another noise complaint today at 2 p.m. for playing music at normal volume while cleaning. Just so you know what's happening in our neighborhood." Other neighbors started chiming in. "Wait, she called the cops on you for afternoon music? She did the same thing to us last month." I thought I was going crazy. Suddenly everyone realized Linda wasn't just being a concerned neighbor. She was harassing people. Phase 2 was beautiful. I found Linda's Facebook profile, public of course, because she wanted everyone to see her complaints about young people these days. She posted constantly about noise, property values, and neighborhood standards. So I started screenshotting her posts and sharing them in our group chat. "Look what Linda posted about the Martinez family's quinceañera," or "Here's what she said about the Johnsons' dog." People were furious. These were their friends, their families she was trash-talking online. But the real genius move came during the neighborhood barbecue planning. Every summer, someone organizes a block party. This year, it was my turn to volunteer. I sent invitations to every house on the street. Every house except Linda's. Not maliciously, just forgot somehow. The day of the barbecue, Linda comes outside to see the entire neighborhood having a great time in the street. Kids playing, families laughing, music playing at a reasonable volume. She walks over and asks where her invitation was. "Oh no," I say, loud enough for others to hear. "I must have missed your house, but you probably wouldn't have enjoyed it anyway. We have music playing and everything." She storms back inside, but here's where it gets perfect. During the barbecue, I casually mentioned to a few neighbors that Linda has been taking photos of their houses and posting them in Facebook groups, complaining about property maintenance and undesirable elements. I had screenshots to prove it. Word spread fast. By the end of the barbecue, the entire neighborhood knew Linda had been documenting and publicly shaming them online for months. The next week, Linda's trash cans got accidentally knocked over 3 times. Her newspaper disappeared a few mornings. Someone left a note on her car about her parking being slightly over the line. Nothing illegal, nothing harmful, just the same petty inconveniences she'd been causing everyone else. Linda tried calling the cops about harassment. The same officers who'd responded to her noise complaints just told her it sounded like neighborhood disputes and suggested she try talking to people directly. 2 months later, Linda put her house up for sale. The realtor asked me about the neighborhood. I told the truth. It's a great community, very tight-knit. Everyone looks out for each other. Linda moved to a senior living community across town, one with noise restrictions and mandatory quiet hours. The new neighbors who bought her house are college students. They throw parties every weekend, but somehow I never hear a single complaint.